Hello everybody, and welcome back to my chatty, sassy channel here on YouTube, where I talk about all things luxury, be it luxury shoes, luxury travel, or life's luxuries in general. And today I am talking about shoes, I am talking about travel, because today's video is all about what it is that I'm going to be bringing with me to Paris. And today's video is really special because it is sponsored by a brand that I've wanted to work with. I'm very picky about when I will work with a brand, and this is a brand that I have genuinely wanted to try things from, and that I was waiting for the opportunity to hopefully get to work with them. This was one of my goals this year, was to get to a point where this brand would work with me. And so I am very excited to unbox quite a few things. Some of which I will be taking to Paris, and I am also excited to be doing a giveaway for you guys as well with this video. So with that, let's jump into it and start out with the unboxing. Then I will move to my staging area where I'm getting everything ready to go to Paris, talk to you guys about my thought process there, and at the end of the video I will talk about the giveaway. So with that, let's get into it. So the first pair that I want to highlight, this is going to be one of the things that is coming with me to Paris, and what I'm unboxing today is things from Vivaia. And Vivaia is this amazing shoe brand. They are very conscious with the materials that they use in their shoes, and so they are using recycled materials and using ethical materials, and that makes me really happy, because doing things sustainably is something that my husband and I really try to practice in our everyday lives, and it's things that we think about in our everyday lives. So finding a brand that follows that and getting to work with them is really exciting. But the first pair of shoes is a very classic pair of shoes from them. It is the Aria No. 5 pointed toe. I went with the almond and black combo. Now, like I said, I'm going to Paris. What's a very big French brand? Chanel. What's very iconic for Chanel? It is beige and black flats, but the Chanel beige is a little weird on my skin tone. It doesn't look that great. And on top of that, Chanel shoes are very expensive, and they also aren't particularly comfortable. These are so comfortable. When I got these in, and if I did not like them, I would not be showing them on my channel. When I got these in and I tried these on, each and every single pair of shoes that I'm going to be showing you guys, I looked at my husband and I just said, oh my gosh, these are the most comfortable things. Said that with this pair, said it with the second pair, said it with the third pair. I'm amazed how comfortable these shoes are. I'm telling all my family, like, order some of these shoes. They are so insanely comfortable. And these are really pretty on, and that was one thing that my husband was really interested in, was how they would look on and in person, and both of us were super impressed with how nice that these shoes look. I'm gonna have some footage of what they look like on my feet, but I absolutely love these. And if they weren't comfortable, I wouldn't keep them. If they didn't look good, I wouldn't keep them, and I wouldn't be doing this video. And like, I'm just absolutely amazed. So this is the first pair. They are coming with me to Paris because I feel like that they are definitely very Parisian. Next pair of shoes, this is a pair of sneakers, and both the last pair and this pair were shoes that I had already been looking at getting before this partnership. And these are the all day sneaker, and they're in the white buff beige colorway. And here they are in the box. So here they are, and I have already worn these because I needed to make sure they were going to be comfortable for Paris. These are the sneakers that I'm bringing, because some days we're gonna be doing more touristy things. I'm not going to want to be all dolled up, looking all luxury. I'm going to want to be comfortable. I'm going to want my feet to be comfortable. And these are so nice, and they have like this mesh on them, and the mesh makes it really breathable. Tennessee summers are extremely hot and extremely humid and miserable, and so I don't like to wear a lot of things that are not sandals in the summer because my feet get so hot. But even in our 98-degree, super humid, pushing it to feel well up over 100 degrees, these shoes have been great. I've really loved wearing them so far. So this is another great pair. And on both this pair, and actually on all three pairs, I got a size 37. That is my typical size that I wear, but they do have a really great fit guide. And what I like is that They have this shoe size guide up and it gives you measurements. So you're actually measuring your feet to decide what to go with. And on it, it advised me going up to the 37, and that's what I ordered, and they are perfect fits. And then the final pair of shoes that I got, this is the one pair that's not coming with me to Paris simply because it's still August, but I'm so excited for fall weather. Fall weather is my favorite type of weather anyway, but I'm so excited for fall weather to hit to get to wear these because they remind me of one of my absolute favorite brands. And these are, you can tell that I haven't worn these yet because the tissue paper I put back over them, but they are these boots. So these are the Regina Pro boot in the black ruby combo. They are water resistant boots. I've not had them out in the water, but like most places in winter is very, very wet. And so because of that, I do not like to have suede shoes. I like shoes that are going to keep my feet dry, but are also going to look good even when they are wet. And I think that these are so beautiful. And I said they remind me of a brand. One of my absolute favorite brands is Ferrari. And I'm a big Ferrari F1 fan. I'm also a big Ferrari clothing fan. And these I think are going to go so well with my red Ferrari dress. I'll put a picture of it here where I wore it to my Christmas party last year at work. But I love these boots. I love the fact that they're black, but they have just this little pop of red because I wear a lot of all black looks in winter. And so having something that just has this tiny little pop of red, I feel like will bring just a little bit of color to my outfit. And it's going to look really great, particularly when I have my red walk. And like I said, these are amazingly comfortable. And I am, out of all of my shoes, I am the most picky with how boots fit. From where I rode for so many years and had such high quality boots, I am exceedingly picky with boots, and these boots are really nice and comfortable, and so definitely highly recommend these as well. I will have all three products linked down in the description, as well as a discount code for you guys that Vivaia have provided. And like, I highly recommend any of these shoes, all of these shoes. They are really fantastic. Like I said, I've already worn them, so I can say that they are comfortable. There are other YouTubers, I know that Amelia Rose from Amelia Rose's Closet has worked with them before and raved about them. Meredith has worked with them before, and Meredith has like 40 pairs of their shoes. And so these are really, really great tested shoes. And if I didn't think that these were absolutely amazing, I would not be talking about them. Like, these are super fantastic. And then the thing that I have to give away to you guys are boot socks. And so I will be sending 2 winners, each a pair of boot socks. I'll draw one, and they will get first choice of which style they want. Then I will draw a second, and they will get the other one. But the first one is these black boot socks, and these are made out of like a very similar material to the black boots that I just showed you. They are not particularly stretchy, but I feel like that for a wider calf, these are going to be super, super nice. I think these would also look really, really good if you have a taller boot style, sticking them in a taller boot style to make it be over the knee with the buckle. And then the other pair of socks come in here, and they are these. So these are more of like a sweater type of material. These have some really nice bunching to them. These are going to have more stretch to them. And again, I think that this is really great. I think that this can be great with tall boots. I think this could also be really good with shorter boots, particularly if you're going for like a leggings look, to have these like super scrunched up with the shorter boot and leggings. I think that that could look really, really good for winter. Both pairs are in black. Black is my staple color, and so I'm really, really excited to get to give a couple of you guys something from Vivaia, and I will have the details for how to enter to win these at the end of the video. But let's now go into my living room where I'm staging all of my packing for Paris. Okay, so we are now in my living room where I have set up my clothing rack with all of my outfits for Paris. Normally when I travel, I like to do a capsule wardrobe. If it's 5 days or under, I try to stick with all one color. So either going with all things, they're going to be navies, tans. Going with all things, they're going to be blacks, grays. Because this is a 9-day trip, so a very long trip, I am doing navies. I'm also doing blacks. I won't be mixing them because that's just like a personal pet peeve that I know it's fine. It just bothers my brain mentally. But I want to show you guys what all I'm bringing and why I selected the shoes that I did. So first off, for day one, I have this travel set. It's got like a brown tank, brown flowy pants, brown jacket. I'll insert a photo of it. And then I have my sneakers. So I'm going to wear this on the plane. It'll also be while I'm wearing the first day that we are in Paris because we land early in the morning. And so I've got to wear this the whole day. The jacket easily comes off, but the sneakers will be really, really good for touring all day. It'll be really good for walking through an airport. So very pleased to have these sneakers to have for a touring day. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the maroon outfit that I have on, I have considered potentially bringing, but I like this outfit a little bit better. This is gray tank top, the black River Island pants, and Amelia Rose, if you watched her videos in New York, she was wearing the maroon version of these pants and the green version of these pants. She shows them a lot on Instagram, really great pants. But I'm going to have this together, and then I will have on my black Valentino rock stud slides. But the other three black outfits, I can alternate between the black Valentino rock stud slides. So these all black Valentinos, love them, or my new Vivaia shoes. And so these are going to go great either way, particularly I have this little black tweed Zara dress, and I feel like that this together is just very, very Paris. It's very Chanel. I'm not going to wear this on the actual day that we go to Chanel, but I'm probably going to wear this as my outfit when we go to Louis Vuitton for our LV VIP appointment. And then I have my Zimmermann black, and it's sort of like an off-whitey cream. I think that these shoes will go great with, or again, with the black slides, depending on what I'm feeling. This really lets me alternate my shoes because I don't want to wear the same pair of shoes 2 days in a row. And with all the black clothing that I have, having two different shoes that I can go with, there are two different styles of shoes, really opens up my feet comfort options, which is really important whenever you're traveling. And then the other outfit, this is probably what I'm going to wear for Dior, is my Mim skirt from Lily Silk. So this has this mesh panel in the bottom, really comfortable. And then I have this Lily Silk camisole that has the buttons on front of it. I think that that'll be really pretty for Dior. That's also a night that we are doing our group dinner. And so I feel like this will also be really pretty for going out to dinner then at night. And I don't have to change clothes depending on how tight that we are on time, because I don't know how long we're going to spend in like the Dior Museum and in Dior. Now I do need to iron this, but this is my white Estier dress. And you guys have seen it on several videos recently. I've got my Hermes Kelly belt here, but the reason that I like this dress is one, it's super comfortable, it's super flowy, I don't have to put the belt with it if I don't want to, but it is a casual enough dress that if I want to, if my feet are hurting me, I can wear these sneakers with this dress. And so I can have the dress and the Kelly belt and the sneakers all together, and I can still look cute, but my feet can still be comfortable. The other pair of shoes that I'm bringing for my whites, my blues, my navies are my brown Stuart Weitzman sandals. I got these last year in New York, the hour before we left. We walked into Stuart Weitzman, I tried these on, love them, bought them. Very comfortable, but again, if I don't want to wear a sandal, if I want to wear a more substantial shoe, that sneaker gives me an option. Not with necessarily all of these, but at least with that white dress, it gives me another option. And then I'm also bringing this sleeveless blue tweed dress. This is probably the dress that I will wear the day that we go to Chanel. And then I have just this cute little J. Crew skirt, J. Crew top with an Hermes twilly. And so I like to put these two together. It's very prim and proper, a little bit preppy. I think that this would be really good on if I manage to get a lottery appointment. So I'll either wear this outfit or I will wear the white dress with the belt. Because I think that wearing something Hermes to an Hermes lottery appointment will hopefully help me just enough to get that dream bag. And then the final dress option that I do have a couple of extra outfits. I think I have 2 extra outfits right now, which is good because it gives me some flexibility with weather. And also, like, if I spill something on an outfit, I can change during the day. And that is my Camilla dress that Meredith got me for my birthday. And this is just a longer sleeve option if it's a little bit cooler day, or if we go out in the evening and it's a little bit cooler in the evening. And then when we fly home, basically Blake and I are going to sleep in, have brunch, and then head to the airport. And that outfit is currently in the washing machine getting clean so that I can pack it and take it to Paris. But then I'm going to be wearing the sneakers again on the way home. And so that is it. That is everything that I'm taking with me to Paris. I am really trying to focus on not overpacking. You guys have seen the shoes. Jewelry is all going to be interchangeable, David Yurman. My crossover stuff goes with everything. And then bags. That's the one thing that I haven't shown you yet is bags. For the blues, for the whites and the blues, I am going to have my little vintage Celine with me. I love this bag. It's a crossbody bag. It feels secure. It's also, because it is vintage, I love this bag, but like if something were to happen, I have not invested thousands in this bag, so I might cry a little bit, but I wouldn't cry as much as if it was like, for instance, my Chanel Classic flap and something happened to my vintage Chanel Classic flap. We are in Paris, so I am bringing a Chanel bag, and this can really go with the blues, it can go with the blacks as a pop of color bag, and that is my little walk that I got in New York last year. So this one's going to come. It's very practical. Also, since it doesn't have the CCs, it's not as overly Chanel as some other Chanel pieces might be. And finally, because I'm obviously never going to travel anywhere without it, because I'm always going to have black when I travel, and that is going to be my YSL camera bag. So this is what I'm wearing to go predominantly with my black outfits, unless I want to mix it up with a pop of color. So there we go. I am bringing 4 pairs of shoes, 3 bags, 2 extra outfits, and then I will have my 1 personal item, which is my Neverfull, my 1 carry-on, which is my Rimowa, and then my 1 checked bag, which is my Rimowa. So I'm feeling really, really good. I'm so excited. And the next videos that you guys see will be Paris vlogs. And then finally, the last thing we need to talk about is the giveaway. And the giveaway qualifications are that you've obviously got to be subscribed to my channel, and then you need to comment down below which is your favorite pair of Vivaia shoes that I showed you today. And that's all that it takes to enter. And then I will select those giveaways whenever my first Paris vlog goes live. That is when this giveaway will close. So that should be, barring anything tragic happening, that should be in a week from when this video goes live. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure to check out Vivaia's shoes. I will have the links to all 3 down below, as well as the discount code. And with that, I hope that you have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye, and see you in Paris.